All right, what's up everybody? I just want to come by and record this very quick unfiltered video, something I've never done on this channel before. So I really encourage you guys to watch along and listen carefully. And I'm going to talk about the importance of being able to juggle for footballers. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because primarily this video, I'll put it up on the screen so you can have a watch. But essentially I talk about why juggling is important. I'm just saying the harsh truth for all footballers. If you can't juggle, you're not good. It's that simple. I just want to break down what I mean and prove to you guys that that statement is actually correct. If you cannot juggle a football, you're not good at football, period. You're not as good as you think, essentially. Another reason why I'm making this video is because of my main purpose, which is to help as many young footballers as possible from falling into the same trap as 99% of footballers, which leads them in a bad, negative path in their footballing career. So my purpose is to prevent this from happening to as many footballers as possible by giving them the right resource, the tools and the information necessary to achieve their goals and excel in the realm of football. And one of the things I focus on when helping players is their mentality. Mentality is a massive component in football. Your mentality is often what separates really good footballers from good footballers. Especially at the professional level, you'll actually hear a lot of professionals say this because it's a fact. And something that really ties closely with your mentality is how you perceive things, how you react to things, how delusional you are. Because going through this comment section over the last couple of months, I posted it thinking it was going to get a few thousand likes, it was going to be a chill post. Everyone was going to agree with me because it's a very factual statement. I didn't think much of it. I just posted it, an average post. I wake up like the next day, the video gets like 200,000 views overnight. I'm like, I've never seen this happen. Like, this is what's going on. I start reading the comments and I'm just seeing comments like this, like people are just, and I'm just seeing delusion after delusion, false statements, opinions that simply are not valid. Like, this is frustrating to see because this goes against my purpose. I really want to prevent this from happening, right? So this is another reason why I'm making this video. Let me start my explanation off by saying that juggling is a fundamental in football. How can you expect to become a master at football or any other sport without first mastering the fundamentals of the game? You'll never see it happen. The fundamentals are almost prerequisites to achieve elite level performance. So every top footballer, everyone who's playing at the professional level has fundamentals in place. It's not just juggling, dribbling, passing, basic game awareness, first touch. These are all fundamentals of the game. And all of the professionals or players who play at the highest echelons of football have these mastered. There's a reason why they're playing at that level. I'm going to go into this now and say every single professional footballer out there, and I mean every single one of them, no matter what country, what division they're playing, all professional footballers and even players who are semi-professional will agree with this statement. Realize how I said all footballers. I didn't say outfield players. I'm saying all footballers. So that includes goalkeepers too. There are many professional clubs out there who use their goalkeepers as a pivot, essentially another center back, which helps them drastically when building up from the back, especially when they're playing against a high press, a team who likes to win the ball early in the opposition's half and essentially go about from there. And this is very common in modern football, especially now. We didn't see this 20, 30 years ago, but as football progresses and we come up with new tactics from new coaches, new innovations, there are new strategies out there. And one of these new strategies is that keepers are now playing as pivots. And you can see this across highest leagues. I'm talking La Liga, Premier League. And how can you trust a goalkeeper to play out as a pivot from the back, essentially as a backup center back, if they're not good on the ball? How can you expect them to not make mistakes and concede goals if they cannot manipulate the ball in however form they want? I mean, take a look at Manuel Neuer. He has an elite level connection with the ball, with his feet, but also his hands, which is why he's probably the top 3 best goalkeepers of all time, in my opinion. And you think the keepers are going to get that close control with the ball without being able to juggle? Just really think about that for a second, right? Now I just want to address some of the comments under that post, some of the ones that got the most attention, because it's not the opinions of a few people, it's the opinions of many, hundreds, if not thousands, as you can see by the likes and the comments underneath them. There's absolutely no need to insult someone in this scenario. If somebody is to resort towards insulting, they've lost the argument. What they're saying is inaccurate. That's all you've got to keep in mind. So one of the common things I'm hearing under this comment section is that, oh, Vinicius couldn't juggle. Tell that to Dembele. What do you mean tell that to Vinicius? What do you mean tell it to Dembele? What do you mean they can't juggle a ball? Yes, they can. These guys are referring to the presentations, the club presentations that Dembele and Vinicius both had when they were teenagers coming to a massive club for the first time, doing this, skills presentation in front of, hundreds of fans with high expectations. I promise you, if you gave both of them a football and said, oh, just do alternating juggles, 100 juggles, they could easily juggle, but that would be boring. Who cares? Who wants to watch that in a club presentation? Nobody cares. They were out there to perform some skills and tricks to impress the fans, like you see how Dembele can do it here. And obviously the nervousness got to him. I'll be honest, he was nervous, but that doesn't mean he cannot juggle a football, and so can Vinicius. These guys can both juggle footballs. And look, I'll pull up videos of both of them juggling a football, just so you can see how comfortable they are with the ball. So I don't want to hear this Vinicius and Dembele on other club instances or club presentation instances where people were under pressure and couldn't do simple tricks, okay? Get that out of your mind. The second and the last thing I want to address, and now this is what a lot of people have been saying under the comment section, is Johan Cruyff's quotes about juggling. Now, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't know how it goes, but he said something along the lines of, true talent is not being able to juggle a football 1,000 times. If you want to juggle a football 1,000 times, go and do that in the circus. I don't know what he said. I'm paraphrasing. Like I said, I'll put the quote here. So people are saying like, oh, tell that to Johan Cruyff. But Johan Cruyff said this, so Johan Cruyff did that. So what you're saying is wrong. Clearly, you don't know what you're talking about. But you're a shit footballer anyway. Like, this is what my comment section is filled with. It's just very funny, but also frustrating to hear this, okay? So what if Johan Cruyff said that? What does him saying that prove? He is contradicting himself when you don't even realize what contradicting means because you're not that clever. So I'll give you an example. Imagine prime Neymar from 2012 Santos days. He came and he said, guys, if you want to do tricks in football, if you want to do skills, go to the circus. Don't worry about him. It's not going to help you. That's not real talent. Yet, Neymar is the player he is today because of the skills, because of the tricks he was able to do, because of how he manipulated the ball. He is a player. He is one of the best players of our generation because of that ability. Yet, he's saying to players, don't do it. It's not important. See what I mean? That is the definition of contradiction. So yes, Johan Cruyff might have said that. But I can say I've been on the moon. Doesn't mean it's true, right? Johan Cruyff is saying, oh yeah guys, don't do your juggling. It's not that important. Yet if you gave him a ball and said juggle 1,000 times, I promise you could comfortably juggle a ball 1,000 times without dropping. I mean, think like this. This is what Johan Cruyff is saying. Yeah guys, I'll do my 1,000 juggles every day. I'll be good at juggling. But I'll tell you guys, oh yeah, don't worry about juggling. It's not that important. Real talent comes from somewhere else. So don't worry about doing 1,000 juggles. If you want to do 1,000 juggles, go to the circus. But I'll stay over here at my home and I'll do my juggling 1,000 times a day. And we'll live happily. like, are you not seeing how dumb that sounds? Sorry for my language, but if you cannot see what I'm trying to say here, then I simply don't know what to say. So now that I've debunked those 2 points, we can comfortably agree that if you cannot juggle a football, you're not as good as you think. And guys, it's called a harsh truth for a reason. The people who comment under this post are either little kids who can't juggle a football. They think they're top shit because they've scored a few goals in their high school or primary school competition. Oh, but I'm a good player. I can dribble past players like prime Neymar. Bro, you're 8 years old. You're playing school football. You're nowhere near the levels of professionals. And the second type of people who disagree are the ones who can't juggle. Like, it's that simple. If you cannot juggle, you're going to be triggered and you're going to comment something, you're going to probably insult me in the comment section. And that's fine. But that's why it's called a harsh truth. So you got to understand this at the end of the day, that if you cannot juggle a football, you are not good at football. Period. So yeah, guys, enough of my rant. I'm sure you guys get my point by now. So respectfully, after this video, if you do not agree with this statement, simply unfollow me and even block me if you have to, because I can't help you. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that little rant / unfiltered type post. I've never done this before, like I said. So leave your suggestions in the comments below. I would love to do something like this again. It's good to get things off your chest and explain. Because at the end of the day, it helps people who are watching behind the screen. It's going to give them plenty of value. And I'm sure you guys can benefit from what I just said in the long term. So leave your video suggestions below, what you want me to talk about, the topics, the video ideas. I'm going to read through all of them, guys, as I always do. And I'll just reply to you guys one by one. And who knows, I might even select one of your ideas. So yes, guys, train hard, train smart, be consistent, and have a good one.